Senior User Acquisition Manager at SplitMetrics agency, and I have over 10 years of experience in the gaming and mobile app industries, focusing on different paid channels. And I'm excited to share practical insights on how to get the most out of Apple Search Ads.
And hello, everyone. I'm Andrei Sebastianov, a designer at SplitMetrics agency. So I worked in design for 8 years, with the last 2 focused on App Store optimization. And yeah, I also worked with animation and motion design. And I'm a strong advocate for a collaborative approach when developing creatives for paid ads. And today I'm excited to talk about how to build effective partnership between UA teams and designers to create top performing ad creatives.
Yeah, thank you.
Ksenia, let's get started.
Yes, and before we get started, here is a quick intro to SplitMetrics agency, who we are. We are a full-cycle mobile marketing agency with over 9 years of experience in different markets with different products, and we specialize in paid user acquisition, ASO, product optimization, and creative design, helping companies grow. We worked with brands like Viber, Natino, InDrive, and many more. If you'd like to know more details, feel free to visit splitmetrics.com. And all right, let's jump into the key points because we have 15 minutes only. I want to start with some interesting findings from a well-known study. Maybe you already know that. A study by Nielsen and NC Solutions. They explored what drives advertising effectiveness, and they found that nearly half of brand sales lift comes from the creative. I believe this impact might be even higher on platforms like Meta and TikTok, but the same applies to Apple Search Ads. People decide whether to click or scroll based on your creatives. And when we talk about creatives for Apple Search Ads, the focus is on ad variations based on custom product pages. Today, we'll be looking at ad variations for search result campaigns. On this slide, you can see examples from brands like Headspace and Better Sleep. Some highlight key features while using strong branding and social proofs, while others brand can use a scrollable format to engage with audience and encourage further exploration. So screenshots can be very different, and these custom product pages are a great way to make ads more relevant and engaging. Andrew and I will share today how our user acquisition and design team work together to create these pages, ensuring they not only look great, but also deliver strong results in Apple Search Ads. And here is a quick look at our typical campaign launch workflow. We always start with research, which shapes our strategy. And these 2 steps, research and strategy, are the most crucial. And only after that, we move on to campaigns launch. As a user acquisition manager, my role in research includes market analysis, keyword research, and audience profiling. Andrew, could you explain what the creative teams does at this stage?
Yeah, absolutely. Research is a very important stage, and we focus more on design trends and the specific niche we are targeting. But also, if the client has brand guidelines, we carefully review them to be sure that the new creative strike a perfect balance between innovation and the established brand style. And we also dive into audience research, but from a visual perspective. We are looking at what elements different segments are used to seeing, what they expect, and what can really grab their attention. If there are not clear like brand guidelines, we also start thinking about brand positioning at the stage, setting the visual tone that will resonate with our target audience. And now moving on to the strategy stage.
Yeah. During the strategy stage, the user acquisition team develops a detailed plan. This includes targeting audience segments, outlining campaign structure, setting KPIs, and proposing a budget. We also forecast expected outcomes to keep everything clear. And yours?
And as designers, we closely collaborating with the UA team, using their strategy as the base for visual communication approach. But we go to the next step by defining brand archetypes and including emotional branding to ensure our creatives resonate on a deeper level. At this stage, we create mood boards that capture the desired look and feel, and then we start setting up our tools for the production stage.
Yeah, great. Finally, if we're talking about other stages, we make sure everything follows this strategy, and usually user acquisition manager gets client approval before launch, and then we focus on performance monitoring and optimization.
And from design side, our main task is to create visuals that are not only aligned with the brand guidelines, but also crafted to perform. We ensure that all creatives are ready to go, and we stay prepared to make quick adjustments when you as a UA manager shares performances results with us.
Yeah, thank you. So we've covered the campaign planning process and the roles of both user acquisition and design teams. And now we can move to something crucial for campaign success, custom product pages and how we can generate ideas for them. And to generate ideas for custom product pages, we typically focus on the following core groups. Like audience-related ideas to tailor content to specific audience segment, product-related ideas to highlight features or unique selling points, then offer-related ideas to test promotion, discounts, or special events. Also, we experiment a lot with visuals, captions, and regional customization. Additionally, actually, we can specify our custom product pages like for new audience or for retention campaigns. So approaches can be very, very different. And there are some personal recommendations on how you can draft your hypothesis. Better to start by considering different user types, keyword segments, competitors, and markets. Think about the unique product features and functionality that set your app apart. If you have a strong partnership or collaborations, highlight those on your screenshots. They can add credibility and appeal. Also, you should think about the emotions that resonate with your audience. For instance, in health and fitness, it's about promoting an active, healthy lifestyle. In finance, it can be about conveying a good investment opportunities balanced with the minimal risks. And also remember, people are influenced by the behavior of others. So if you already have a large user base or an active community, use this social proof. So testing these elements can help you find the winning combination that drives conversions and engagements. And another important topic is how to approach competitive research for custom product pages. Actually, you can manually check ads, browse the App Store, or look at case studies. But easier and I guess maybe smarter way is using different tools with market intelligence features. At SplitMetrics agency, we use SplitMetrics Acquire. Its custom product page intelligence feature lets us find custom product pages by keywords and also by titles. And also we can see some metrics from their performance. It's great for both paid and organic strategies. If you'd like to see more details or like to see this in action, so you can request a demo at SplitMetrics.com. Yes, Andrew?
And it's something about me. Speaking about creating effective visuals, our main goal is a minimalistic and clean design with a clear message. We achieve it using relevant photos and illustrations, including attention-grabbing elements such as social proof or app features, and also using readable fonts and attractive colors. It's very important to remember that we need to not only capture attention, but also tell a story. And this story needs to be understandable to our target audience. That's why we also take cultural and local specifics into account. And of course, we use tools as Figma for the final building of our visuals, Adobe tools for detailed processing of the design assets, stock photos and vectors sources like FreePic, and finally, tools for working with color and text, such as Coolers. And recently, we actively use AI tools like Midjourney or DALL-E and AI features in the softs that I mentioned before. But the most important tool is obviously inspiration. Here you can see just a few of sources of inspiration. And I would also say that it's not like a complete list. It's especially important to remember the local differences in design. For example, when we are working with a Japanese audience, it's important to check the trends and techniques in modern Japanese design. And in general, the key points for creative, effective visuals that we have developed based on our experience and testing.
Yeah, so when it comes to testing, we currently have three key approaches for evaluating ad variations. However, let's start first with conditions that are important to meet to evaluate your ad variations. First, start with 2-4 weeks testing period. This gives your campaigns enough time to gather meaningful data. Make sure your sample size is significant. Without enough data, your results won't be reliable. Focus on testing only one variable at a time. This helps you pinpoint exactly what's driving the changes in performance. Also, you should keep your keywords, bids, and daily budgets consistent across ad variations to ensure a fair comparison. Test on similar audience segments to avoid any skewed results. Also, be mindful of seasonal biases. Test can be affected by user behavior or by any trends changes within competition, auction, seasonality, and many more things. Finally, always analyze and iterate based on your findings. Testing is an ongoing process, and refining your approach will lead to better results over time. But getting back to testing options, you can actually we can use three options, and option 1 and 2 are very common and have 2 testing periods, each lasting 2 weeks. But as you can see, these weeks have a bit different setup. However, we highly recommend to consider a third option as a main one, because in case of first and second approaches, your result can be affected by changes in trends, competitions, other channels you run also can affect your result. While this third approach maintains consistent conditions across all factors except these creatives you use. And also one main thing, how to evaluate our ad variations. As for evaluation, our ideal scenario when both TTR and download rate showed an improvement. So we focus on TTR and download rate. But these changes in TTR and download rate should lead to reduction in your cost per download and ideally in your cost per event. It can be cost per trial, cost per subscription, cost per purchase. So how we can understand that ad variation works? you should get more money with lower spend. But if all metrics didn't improve, or if only one improved but not enough to impact our cost per download, for instance, or cost per subscription, we will go back to brainstorming and work on the next test. And important note, when evaluating cost per download metrics, make sure the results are statistically significant. Sometimes the difference between cost per download metrics can be very small, and it will not allow you to make any business decisions. So let's move to some results we have.
Let's move to success stories,
Okay.
stories of success. Well, here are examples of ad variations in the different categories with the best performance results. The first example features screenshots for a custom product page of a fintech app in Saudi Arabia. For non-branded campaigns, the download rate increases by 11%, and cost per download decreases by 25%, and cost per install dropped by 38%. The next example here on the bottom left, demonstrates our approach when designing visuals for a Japanese young audience. Here we include relevant photos, brighter colors and elements, and larger text blocks, drawing inspiration from Japanese visual tradition for example, in posters and ads. The other two examples are the best results. So when we are testing different ways of showing musical instruments on the top and just different background colors on the bottom. And so in general, these cases give us an understanding which approaches are most appropriate to achieve the best results.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I hope you found this helpful. And remember about win rate. Unfortunately, not all your ideas will lead to performance improving, and this win rate can be sometimes just 5%, sometimes 10%. Sometimes we can be lucky, and this win rate can be like 20%. But test more and don't give up. I wish you a high win rate for your tests, and thank you for your time. If you have any questions or need advice, feel free to contact us. Oops, sorry.